and welcome to hashtag Toe to Toe. My name is Leanne Johnson-Arneson and I am joined, as always, by Spencer Fearon and this week, Ashley Theophane.
Hi.
Ashley, thank you for coming in. How are things with you?
It's great. It's good. It's good to be back home. So it's good.
What everyone would like to know is, are you going to be on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard on August 26th?
Yes, I'm part of the show. Yes, I am.
Any more information?
So wait, did you say I'm just part of the show?
Yeah.
That's it. That's a big. That is a big thing.
Well, it's the sixth Floyd Mayweather fight that I've been part of. So I'm blessed to be on the show again, and just to be part of it, because that is what all of us want to know, if we're part of the show, and I'm part of the show, so I'm happy. So,
Great news.
So yeah, it's always good to hear that.
Oh, great. Well, we'll get started. We've got lots to get through. So, first tweet is from Norman Barton at NC Barton. What's next for you, Ashley? London Derby v O'Hara Davies, or a rematch with Danny Garcia, as I know you felt you had done enough the first time?
Well, for me, the next one is Floyd's show, and then after that, I got 2 more years with Mayweather Promotion. So I'm just trying to see out my contract with them in Vegas, and then after that, I wouldn't mind to come back home and try be British champion again. So that's always. So for right now, I'm trying to do my Vegas thing, and then after that, I'll come back, and whoever's the top dog here, if it's O'Hara, if it's whoever the names are, I don't even know who.
But O'Hara Davis kind of called you out. O'Hara's got a big fight coming up next week.
Yeah, is
right?
it next week? Okay.
Yeah, him and that's gonna be a very he's got a big fight. Yeah. But he has called you out.
Yeah, he did, and it's always good, because there was a few of the British boxers like my weight who have mentioned my name, the Davis Jr. guy as well, and it's good that. I'm on like their minds, because they're not on mine. Because like for me, it's always big to fight in the States, and I'm very sure that's one of their goals, to fight in the States. So I worked hard to get this far, so I'm not gonna look behind me to fight the guys who are on the way up. I'm gonna try to fight the big names in States. So for me, I got 2 more years there with Mayweather Promotions. I've already been with them for 4 more years, so I got no problems being British champion again, because I know if I put my mind to it, I will be British champion again. So I'm going to do my Vegas thing, and then you never know, I'll be back to take over.
Would you like to fight O'Hara?
If he had a belt, I wouldn't fight none of them for like the fun of it, because this is pro boxing. I want to be British champion, European champion, world champ.
Well, he's fighting Josh Taylor next week for the Commonwealth, and he's defending his WBC silver title. I know you've kind of rubbished the silver titles, but him and Josh Taylor, what's your take on that fight?
I haven't seen them both fight, but I've asked around, and both of them supposed to be very good. I've heard guys say that Josh, like reasons why Josh will win, and I lean towards O'Hara, because he's been a pro for like the longer time, and you could be an amateur star, but a lot of times it don't translate to the pros. I've seen so many stars in like the amateurs flop as pros, because it's like a different sport. So I go for O'Hara to win this, but I've never seen them both fight. So, but I just go with him just because of the experience, But may the best man win.
Thomas Lyons at TLyons98. What chance do you give McGregor against Mayweather? Is it difficult to give a UFC fighter a puncher's chance against one of the greatest?
I think...
Watch your mouth now, you're paymaster. Watch your mouth.
Indeed, Floyd is my boss.
He's watching the show.
but as I'm gonna say, I think the best boxers have not been able to beat Floyd. So McGregor's not gonna beat Floyd. I think everyone well, the UFC fans, a few of them do believe he can win. But I think it's about the event. It's not really about the fight, the event. The build-up is going to be amazing. And even the card itself, there's got some great fights on the card, like I can't say, but I know the names, what they are putting on the card itself, the boxing fans will love it. So I think for the UFC fans, the boxing fans, I think everyone will enjoy the whole show. but I don't give him a chance to win. No, he's not going to win. But
just to clarify,
he's not going to win.
Hammer it home.
He's not going to win. But it's not about the result, because everyone knows that's not his sport. He is a UFC star, the biggest name in the UFC.
So why is he doing it if he doesn't? If no one thinks he's going to win?
$100 million got something to do with it? No?
Yes. Yes.
He must think he's got some chance. No, you don't give him any chance.
He might believe in himself, because at the end of the day, if you go in that ring, you are going to believe in yourself. But I just think you got an expert who is Floyd, and you got a novice who is like McGregor. He's not going to win. But as I said, it's about the event. It's going to be a great event.
Steve Parsons, that's Steve Parsons. Do you think George Groves' entry into the World Super Series is a strong statement of intent?
Go on.
Spencer, you can kick this one off.
Yeah, I do. Here is somebody who actually wants to fight the best, and he's looking at the intangibilities of him fighting the best and getting rewarded for it. But not only that, but having a plan. So you going into this this World Super Series, you know when you're going to be fighting, because it's slotted times. It's not like I'll defend my title and then we're going to have to wait for the mandatory and stuff like that. So he wants to keep active. He wants to keep active, and then hopefully, when he's done in this, then he knows, like, there is the James DeGale big payday fight, and there could be a Callum Smith if Callum Smith can also win a world title. So I think it's a good statement for him. And as fighters, you do like to know when you're fighting, you want to keep active. Sometimes you don't, and he has had bouts of inactivity. So now he's got a chance to be active.
Okay. Paul Altai at Altai Paul. To both Spencer and Ashley, who in training has made you stop to watch them as they impressed you that much?
You go again, Spence.
I was in the gym with Ashley when Floyd Mayweather was sparring, and I remember just before he's throwing the shots, I'm saying to Ashley, he's gonna throw what shots? Because I watched so much of Floyd Mayweather. But there's been loads of guys. I tell you, a guy who really has impressed me, not like inside the gym. I've seen Andre Ward work out, and I think he's very, very thorough and very meticulous to the work that he does. Like, and not only that, but Ed Robertson, who's like one of our other producers, he was saying the same thing. I've seen Andre Ward, and I thought, like, wow, this guy's serious. Also seen Pernell Whitaker work, and I thought, yeah, I was like, I bow humbly to you. Yeah. But then I've also seen like old past peak fighters. Like, I've seen Lennox Lewis when he did an exhibition kind of thing, just mucking around. But even just to see him mucking around, you can see that why he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Who do you think, Ashley?
Well, for me, I've been around a lot of pros in my time, and I think it's always nice to watch the world champions train, because it's like there's something about them. You realise why they are world champs. So obviously you got Floyd, he trains like so hard.
It's ridiculous.
You get tired watching the man train. It's just like he's still going on, and he's working very, very hard. He's just, But then again, you got Juan Guzman, was a very good boxer as well, world champion, very talented.
Was that in New York you worked with?
Yeah, New York. So when I was in New York, I got to spar with him as well, and it was just great to just be in the ring with a man of his thing. Like Manny as well, I went over to Wildcard 2008, and I was there for 8 days, and to watch Manny train, it was very intense. It was different to Floyd, but it was very intense, and I was inspired and motivated at that time in my life, because I was like, I had never seen a man trained so hard at that time in my life. So like Manny as well. So it's all good.
Steve Parsons has asked, do you think Mikey Garcia will be too quick and sharp for Adrian Broner? Do you think he will knock out Broner?
Well, you fought Adrian Broner, so yes, you're the best guy to take on this.
I think it's going to be a good fight. With AB, he always tries to fight the best, I think it's a hard fight for him. And one of the main things is because he struggles to make the weight. He hasn't made that weight in his last 2 fights. He didn't make the weight with my fight, and he didn't make it in his last fight. So I think that might be the telling point, that he's going to find it so hard to make weight that his body is going to be shot come fight time. So it's 2 great boxers. One is a 4-weight world champ, another is a free weight. So it's 2 great boxers who are going to meet. But I just side with Mikey because of like the weight loss that AB is gonna have to go through.
I'm not going to go with a weight loss, but I'm saying this. Adrian Broner is a fantastic talent. He's incredible. From when you saw him when he was down as super featherweight champion, I think the problem with AB is the problem, literally, is himself. Not only just the weight, but I think it's his commitment to training. And when we're seeing somebody who's actually a consummate professional, Mikey Garcia is a consummate professional. Like, he ticks all the boxes. And not only that, but it's a style. And his style, if you look at his body's very similar to you. He's like slim, slender, he's got long arms as well. And he throws beautiful rights straight down the middle, which could be a telling factor that I believe that Adrian Broner will be susceptible. I think he will stop Adrian Broner. I think it's the wrong fight for Adrian Broner. I'm glad that he's taking it, but it's the wrong fight.
Last one, Lindsay at LS Lindsay. Who would be your top 8 boxers in the original 8 weight classes? And I've got a little note here saying 1-word answers from you, Spencer.
Okay.
So do you want to run through them quick?
All right, then. I'll go heavyweight. We'd all agree, Muhammad Ali, right? Light heavyweight, people would say, I would say Eze Charles, even though he never won a world title at that weight, okay? Sugar Ray Robinson at middleweight, but then I would say maybe Carlos Monzon. Sugar Ray Robinson's best was at welterweight, so I'd say Sugar Ray Robinson's the best welterweight.
What about the Marvelous one?
No, Marvin Hagler seriously, Marvin Hagler to me is incredibly great, but I wouldn't say that Marvin Hagler was greater than Carlos Monzon or different times for you. You're a little pup them times, right? You weren't even born. You wasn't even born, right? So I'm saying that. So I would say Carlos Monzon, the greatest middleweight of all time, the greatest welterweight, Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest lightweight, Roberto Duran. People could argue and say it's a guy called Benny Leonard, but I'm going to go with him. At featherweight, Willie Pep, to me, is the greatest fighter of all time. Go and watch this curly-haired Italian guy who's American. Go and watch him on YouTube, and he will blow your mind. At bantamweight, I would say Edgar Joffe, who's just a fantastic fighter. And at lightweight is a man called Jimmy Wild, who would just knock out everyone at flyweight. That's the guy. Anyone want to know how to... There isn't a lot of film footage on him, but he was really turn of the century. Watch that guy. That's my 8.
Would you like to add anything to that?
The only thing I would have changed is the Marvelous one with Marvin, and then the lightweight with Pernell.
Pernell Whitaker. You think seriously? Roberto Duran would have ran Pernell Whitaker, and I love Pernell. I love him seriously. I've seen the guy train.
They always say that Chavez and Duran would be a great fight.
It would be a great fight.
But Pernell, we all saw what Pernell did to Chavez, and he might have done it to Duran as well.
He would have never done it to Roberto Duran, because you have to remember, people seem to forget how, for Duran's style of fighting, Duran was an aggressive kind of guy, but he could slip punches by millimeters. That guy was just dangerous. Seriously, to me, Roberto Duran is top 5 greatest fighters of all time.
To watch him again.
And furthermore, at lightweight, Roberto Duran would have beaten Floyd Mayweather. Put that one in your pipe and smoke it. Go back home. When you go to America, you go tell them that.
Okay, my thanks to Spencer and Ashley. Ashley, good luck for August. Tune in next week for more #toe-to-toe, or check out iTunes for the podcast.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live. On all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.